Hello, my name is Pastor Perry Hill. I am the founder of Lifeline Prayer Center.
I am Angeline Hill. I am the Vice President of Lifeline Prayer Center.
I'm Vitero Hill, the founder of Safe Space.
We would like to invite you to our conference,
Impartation 2025.
A cross-generational family conference.
Our generation deserves to serve God without constraints of cultural or religious beliefs.
The purpose of this event is to bridge the gap one generation to the next. That different styles of worship are done in unison to the Divine One, and the power of God may be felt like Pentecost.
Honoring God based on who you know God to be from the depths of our hearts, that everyone will feel the love of God with no limitations.
For more information,
go to lifelinepresscenter.com
or scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen. Hey, everybody, how are y'all doing today? Welcome to episode 11. Oh, boy.
Yeah, 11. Wow.
I know, of Bridging the Gaps with the Heels. We're going to sort of deviate a little bit because I know a lot of you all might be feeling away because of what's going on with the election, specifically Black women who might feel disappointed because you all always vote, in my opinion, on the right side of history. That's just my personal opinion. And on the right side of history. And you seem to be let down. So we're going to talk today about a message of hope for the Black woman. All right. So before we do that, though, Ma, would you like to talk about the conference a little bit?
Yes, I would. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you again on a Wednesday. We're thankful. We're thankful for everything. Yeah, but it's good to be here again as we approach the Impartation 2025. Just want to say to those of you that watch us consistently, we are really counting on your participation,
Yes.
to come to the conference. And we would love to have you there. And one of the things that you would have an advantage of others who don't watch or perhaps don't get to view all the time, you would have the insider scoop. You would have somewhat of an image of our makeup and
Yes.
how we roll type thing. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, be sure, go ahead and register for Impartation 2025. We want to see you there. That may be the only time we'll get to see you in person at Impartation. So go ahead and let's make this happen. Thank you.
Absolutely. Dad, you got anything to say before we get into today's topic?
Well, come one, come all. God have something for each and every one of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hallelujah. In the old days, they say, if you bring your cup empty, I guarantee you you will leave with it overflowing, not just full,
Yes.
But
but overflowing. You'll be able to
Right,
take
Real.
that with you.
I love
Glory to God, the glory and the power of God as we integrate from one generation to another.
Mm-hmm.
Bless you.
I love.
Crossing boundaries, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want more information, scan the QR code that's on the screen right now. It's been up for a while. And if you're watching a replay, pause the screen for a second, scan, and then come back to the show now. Don't get lost. Come back to the show. Have any questions, reach out to one of us three. You can always reach out to me at info@viterohill.com. I'll put that up on the screen real quick before we get into today's topic. You can always reach out to info@viterohill.com. All right. Okie dokie. Let's read some comments real quick before we get into today's topic. Hey, Taravia, how are you? I hope you're well. She says, hello, Vincent. Hello, Hill family. How are you?
Hello.
Hey, Recash, I hope you're well. I hope you're well. Yes.
Recash, are you coming to conference?
Right. Yeah. Recash, you coming? Hey, Yana True One, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Hi, Danielle Nicole. How are you? Let's see. I'm going to listen and learn something today. Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So there's a lot of discourse. A lot of us, not all of us, naturally we're of the same hue, and most people of the same hue voted for Kamala Harris. And not only did we vote for her because she was a Black woman, but also because we felt that was the best person to make us feel safe, to benefit us. How do you feel as a Black woman? You guys always came out in groves and vote, and to look up this morning and realize that maybe someone that's in the presidency is not going to be operating at the best of your ability?
Did you address me?
Yes, ma'am. Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, very disappointing because it's kind of like, what else do we need to do to not to prove, but to be viewed as valuable, to be viewed as capable? I do understand that it gives us to understand that America is not ready. America is still not ready
Mm,
because at this point, let's talk about Kamala. Kamala more than qualified.
right.
Everything that was called off in her on her resume, the woman was qualified. So I would say that America is still, we've come leaps and bounds, but America still is not ready. And I'll even say the church world is not ready
Mm,
because a lot of the votes came uh not votes, the votes for the opposite party came
mhm.
from church world. Let's take out the God said piece. What do you say? What do you say? Let's take out, don't hide behind God. What do you say?
Right,
And
right, right.
concerning a woman president, because you're a woman, automatically you're a Jezebel because you're a woman type
Right,
thing. But
right.
anywhere there's a Jezebel, there has to be an Ahab. She
Yeah,
can't be Jezebel without Ahab allowing her to be Jezebel. So,
right,
all right, I'm gonna let that go right now. Thank
right.
you.
And I think it's sexist. I think it's unfair to women to
Mm.
always, if you're strong, if you're a leader, women have been unfairly deemed Jezebel just for existence and being a leader. You know,
Right, right, and being a
uh,
female. Yes, absolutely.
yeah, that's crazy. Dad, what do you say to the person that woke up this morning disconnected from life, feeling like, because we look at life sometimes through good versus evil, and that if you do right, good always wins. And now people are disappointed, like, now, God, I know you lying. Like I know you lying. Like, what do you say to the people that's like really, really down in the dumps right now, specifically Black women?
Like your wife, for instance.
Yes.
Well,
Just kidding.
my answer this morning wasn't quite good, so oh, you go.
Uh-oh. Oh, what
I
did
had
you
to, I
say,
had to
man?
console him this morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
No, I would say you happen to ask us a question of how many presidents we've been through since we've been alive,
PJ
and the
Jackson.
count was, oh, that's
Sorry.
who asked it?
Yeah, PJ Jackson.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just in case
Yeah,
he's
my
watching.
the elder son asked the
Uh-huh.
question. So, and it was 13 presidents,
Mhm.
13 presidents, and I shared that the elections for the last couple of 4 year, 5 years, 8 years,
Mhm.
16 years has been a little bit different from what we call, you get up, you say what you're going to do, you say what you're going to do. But my encouraging word to the ladies or those that might be disappointed,
Mhm.
that out of the 13 presidents after the election, guess what? Half of them is not going to do what they said they're going to do anyway because they can't do it.
Mhm.
And then after a while, let something like the pandemic come.
Mhm.
Next thing you know, it's another 4 years
Uh-huh.
for election.
Mhm.
And so, because it's up there, and unless something drastic, some bill pass, or something drastic that's going to trickle down to us,
Mhm.
then after today, we brush our shoulders off and live.
Well, Dad, what about the ideal of let's just say that the Republicans keep the House majority, then you got a super majority and you got a
Right.
couple of Supreme Court people who
And
um
that's about where it is right now. Yeah.
and you got a couple of Supreme Court older Supreme Court folks. So Donald Trump has 4 years to appoint some super MAGA Republican people, and that does directly affect us because you talk about like racial inequality. Like Supreme Court is supposed to be like the fairest court in the land. So there
Yeah.
are some like legitimate concerns around people saying now, if he chooses people like him, we might not have a chance for equality for a lifetime. What about those people because yeah, I just want to highlight that because we're not into a typical situation right now.
Well, now on that is where I lean on my biblical knowledge
Mm-hmm.
that the heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
and he can turn it whichever way he desire.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
He's not God.
Mm-hmm.
He's a man.
Mm-hmm.
Since he's still a man,
Right.
ain't but so much a man can do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And if the people really wake up and say, wait a minute, and knowing America, living
Mm-hmm.
here 73 years,
Mm-hmm.
knowing America, he would be by himself if he tried to carry out some of the things like you were talking about. Back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
it would be no problems.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, you all generation is not going to have that.
Uh-huh.
I don't care what law is passed.
Got it.
It's not going to happen.
So
Now,
so you
back
think
in my day, my day of coming up,
Mhm.
it could be easily changed back into slavery, back into taking your rights away, and all of that. The main thing I would say is this: keep an eye out.
Mhm.
Keep an eye out. Uh, like I say, the next day is going to be just a normal day, but keep an eye out because
Mhm.
what you want to be is watching to make sure that's what's being done is for your good, not for the Republican, not for the Democrat, but for your good. And
Mm-hmm.
if it only takes one, that'll bring forth two, it'll bring forth three. And don't forget, it's election time is going to be coming around again real quick.
In 2 years,
Right.
midterms, yeah.
And so, uh, and it can be turned around just so like it was now. And like it was when if you notice, it runs in a little circle. You put a Republican in there, and things get messed up, and then they'll call the Democrat in. He'll come and clean it up, get it right, and then after a while, people get tired of them. And then they'll call the Republican back in. They'll come in and mess it up, and then they'll call the Democrat. Check out the records.
Gotcha. So and the thing is, really, to bring some practicality to this, to what you're saying, is that if we can just hold our breath for 2 years,
Yes.
2 years?
yeah, 2 years, because we can vote in a Democratic House and a
Yes.
Democratic Senate, or just one of them at least.
Right.
So they only have 2 years to do a lot of damage. Now, the thing is, how much of the lead will the Republicans have in the House? Because if they don't have a huge lead, they're going to need some Democrats anyway to help them push certain laws through.
That's true.
Like, so, and I think, yeah, let's talk about this. I'm glad you went this direction, Dad. I remember there was some immigration laws that Donald Trump wrote executive orders like the first week he was in office, but then lawyers sued him and he had to back a lot of that back. So then they try to bring it through the regular way, through the Congress, the Senate, to
Right.
sign it into law. If we have enough Democrats to hold the line, there's only but so much he can do. Now, Supreme Court, we need them jokers to stay alive for a
Yes.
long time. But
Yeah.
everything else, and I think that brings a little reality. Now, should we be disappointed? Yes. But does he have the true power to really do all the things he want to do, we're going to have to wait and see what happens in the House and how much of a majority they have.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go
I'll
ahead.
say this: all of those things that he can do, executive orders, like I was listening to today,
Mhm.
that he can take the pen and do without the Congress and all that.
Mhm.
Guaranteed, the first week he's gonna do that.
Mhm.
Everything that he can do with executive orders, he's gonna do it. That's what Biden did. That's what all presidents do.
Right, right, right. So
And
it's the
so
real
those,
damage is, yeah.
right, is in the first few days. That executive order power.
Mhm.
And with that, you know what? When you really think about the forefathers, the one that put all this stuff together,
Mhm.
they had an idea that somebody would try to come in and be a dictator.
Mhm.
And that's why all this was put together.
Mhm.
Because even in the midst of the Republican Party, there was some say, no, this is going too far. And they backed off. Now,
Uh-huh.
don't know how they voted, but outwardly,
Mhm.
they say, no, this is just not, this right here is just not going to cut it. Can't agree with this. And
Mhm.
so I believe it's the same way within if the Senate is red and the
Mhm.
House is red, I believe there are still people that have integrity
Consciousness, uh-huh.
and good and consciousness in the
Yeah.
House and in the Senate. And
Yeah.
again, the forefathers knew that the only way, anyway, pray.
Mhm.
So it's set up to so that nobody can really come in unless they got just an influence like crazy over the people's minds.
Mhm.
And I don't believe that's true. Just from those that said they were not even vote for him, but Republicans.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
And my prayer is that he go in there and do a good job, get these 4 years over, because he can't run no more. This is
Yeah,
it.
done. Yeah. Yeah.
This is
At
it.
least it's over.
It'll be over in 4 years. Be over. Yeah.
Gotcha. What about let's go back to the title real quick, Black women.
Uh-huh.
I put on Twitter, I said, y'all leave my mothers and sisters alone for a lifetime. I feel like I just want to shout out all the Black women that is watching this. My platform wouldn't be what it was without Black women. The majority of people that follow me is Black women. The country wouldn't be what it was. Black women were the first group to come together. They got on that line
Yes.
the same day, I believe, and raised $1 million for Kamala Harris.
Yes.
Black women are the backbone of the church. Black
Yes.
women are the backbone of prayer and intercession.
Yes.
Black women are the backbone of the PTA. The Black women are the backbone of Thanksgiving,
Yes.
Christmas.
Yes.
Black women are the backbone. A Black woman was the backbone of my house.
Yes.
And I just want, and maybe Mama should sit this out here, and Dad, let's just shower Black women with validation and love, because they
Yeah.
always doing the right thing and they never seem to get the credit for it.
They
So
do.
yeah, so Black women, thank you all for voting. Thank you all for coming out in groves and voting for our history. Thank you all for always showing up and never being jaded. Y'all should have been jaded in 2016 and you still came up. Thank you
Yes.
all for the soul you bring. Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for the warmth and love. I seen something was going on. It's a video, and then I'll let you jump in, Dad. There was something going on. There was a video, and it was two sides against the other one. And a white woman started fussing at a white child. And it was the Black woman that was on her side. Said, no, we don't do that around here. No. We don't mess with the children. Thank you all, Black women, for always showing up, whether it's spiritual, whether it was nurturing, whether it was education, whether it was, son, are you okay? Thank you all, Black women. And I know that these words are not going to fix everything, but at least from bridging the gap with the heels, you take a moment to be seen and heard. At
Yes.
least. And specifically and personally, Mama, thank you for voting. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for being strong, even though I know y'all are tired of being strong. So, Dad, I'll alley-oop it to you.
And I like to thank the Black woman in my life were there, had the whole family gathered all up in the car, except for those that was in Virginia. We all gathered in the car. Strong Black woman getting the family together. We all went and voted. So I want to just encourage the Black women that you represent a body that it can go all the way back to the white woman had the baby, but you did the nursing.
Right.
You bought the one that little white boy, white girl. You the one that took care of them. You weaned them. You might have been pregnant, but you had to share your breasts with the white child, with the white baby.
Right.
Strong. The nation, those that's in Congress that's not of our color, come from your hard work.
Right.
Not only that part, but in the fields beside the husband.
Right.
Keeping that Black family together. Strong. 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 And my hat's off to you. I salute you today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I salute Kamala for stepping up to the bat. I believe she had the full term. If she would have had the full started off,
right,
she'd have wiped it clean.
Right. Right.
Because look what damage she did with just the little short time that she did have to campaign for president.
Right.
She'd have wiped it clean.
Right. Yeah.
Brothers, I'm disappointed in you. Yeah. That's all I say on that.
All right. I hope
they told on you on national TV.
Bros.
The bros.
The bros. The bros.
And I don't want to get.
I'm not part of the bros. I'm
right. And you know what though? Right. And that probably needs to be a conversation, because I had a conversation with a close friend of mine, and I had no idea he was connected to a stream of misinformation, and he was sincere. He wasn't trying to be vindictive. He was sincerely wrong in almost everything he heard about Kamala Harris. And I don't know how we're gonna fix this leakage that is pouring into our community of just false information. But I let's, before we get lost, let's read comments. We'll go on break. We'll do final words, and then, because if we don't stop now, I don't know if we're gonna meet our 30-minute to 45-minute mark. Let's see here. Teresa said, I'm gonna listen and learn something today. Recash says, I wish I could. I'll be on vacation that same week. That was about the conference. April Gibson, hi, how are you? April, did you see my email? I returned your email. Let me know if you didn't get it, okay? Kara McKee says, heartbroken and so disappointed. Totally understand that, Kara. Hey, Cohort 5, how are you? How are you? Thank you, Vitor Hill, for being good, for bringing good insight and clarity to things I may not understand or lack knowledge, and to your parents for their time in bridging the gap. It's been helpful to me and my family. Good to hear that, April. Good to hear that. Let's see. Hey, Denise Washington, how are you? I hope you're well. Denise Washington says, yes. Cookie says, hi, I'm late. I'll catch the replay. Okay, Cookie. Okay, good. It's in our DNA. Yeah, y'all are, Black women are second to none. I don't care. I'll say it hands down. I don't need a team full of men. What am I going to do with that? What am I going to do with that? And I don't want to be too controversial, but I've even said this, even as a same gender loving, I need a woman in proximity in my life. There needs to be some feminine energy in my life, or I'm going to be out of balance. Point blank period. Black women are needed everywhere. Black women are sure enough the black bone of all good.
The
of
black
all
bone, yes.
Black bone of all
I
good.
like
I
that.
love that, Kara. I love
Yes,
that.
the
I
black
love that.
bone.
Thank you all. B Walk says, thank you all. This is powerful. Oh, you're welcome. Cookie says, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Y'all need to be heard, man. I totally agree. If she had a full term to campaign, she would have taken it all. Yes, absolutely. I feel so unprotected. Yeah, Cookie. Yeah,
Mhm.
I understand that. I truly
Mhm.
understand that. Yana True says, it just feels like a slap in the face the way the country turned red the way it did.
Mhm.
Yeah, I get that. I get
Yes.
that. Yeah. I did receive the email. I responded. Okay, all right. I didn't get your response, so I'll look for it again, April. Okay, cool. Yeah. And I know that we can't fix all of what you all feel,
Mhm.
but we got a platform and we got a voice, so we might as well use it for good. So that's
Yes.
that. We're gonna go on commercial real quick, and then once we come back from commercial, we'll have final words from the parents, and then we're gonna get on out of here. We'll be right back, y'all.
Hello, my name is Pastor Perry Hill. I am the founder of Lifeline Prayer Center.
I am Angeline Hill. I am the Vice President of Lifeline Press Center.
I'm Vitero Hill, the founder of Safe Space.
We would like to invite you to our conference,
Impartation 2025.
A cross-generational family conference.
Our generation deserves to serve God without constraints of cultural or religious beliefs.
The purpose of this event is to bridge the gap from one generation to the next. That different styles of worship are done in unison to the divine one, and the power of God may be felt like Pentecost.
Honoring God based on who you know God to be from the depths of our hearts, that everyone will feel the love of God with no limitations.
For more information,
Go to lifelinepresscenter.com.
Or scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen. All right. Really quick, guys. This is connected to business and money. The Goddess Queen, the Goddess Collection. In the caption, the video description box of this video is a link. You can click that and you can contact me that way, okay? That's how you can get a hold of it. Just so in the video description box of this very video, because I feel like you're watching from my end. Now, on my parents' end, it's not on there, but on my end, click that Linktree link and you can go ahead and set up an appointment. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. All right. There's a conference coming up, and y'all, we had a meeting today, and I like it. I like what this conference is pulling out of us, and we really want you guys to be a part. Okay. For more information, now we're updating the itinerary, but you know what's happening, parents? I feel like as we are updating and evolving by doing this podcast and all the things, it's updating what we're looking for out of the conference.
Mhm.
yes.
And so,
definitely.
guys, I really want you all, I sincerely say, and if you have any questions, or even if you're thinking about doing it, if
Mhm.
you're thinking about coming, let us know. Reach out to us, especially if you know us personally. Reach out to us and let us know so we can assist you in any questions you have. It is imperative that we knock this out of the park, because let me tell you this, honestly speaking, we can't make change on a macro level. Like,
Mm-mm.
we feel powerless this way. But on a micro level, in our community, within our families, we can make change. And bridging the gap in the impartation conference is
Mhm.
one of the ways that we can make change in all this craziness going on, right? So you can scan the QR code that's at the bottom of the screen and get all the information you can about this conference. Parents, I guess I'll start with you, Mom. You what's your final words? What's on your mind?
Yeah, I want to ask the question, have you registered?
Mm.
We come consistently to share, to being transparent about this whole bridging the gap piece, and to even have a conversation about bridging the gap. It has
Yeah.
to be a intentional acceptance of responsibility, that we, me, he, them, those are part of the reason that the gap came in. And because we're laying it all out, we want you can better than anybody can say, wow, I got the message, and show up at the conference, because it won't only bless us to see you there, but it will bless you to go back and share. Bring your family, a family member, but to be able to go back and share the things that you
Mm.
will be empowered with in
Yeah.
this conference. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Dad, you have any last words or anything?
Come on, come on.
Big and small.
Yeah, you give me kind
Ah,
of rhyming stuff, so I thought I'd leave it alone. Come on, come on, come big, come small.
Yeah.
There
Big
is
backs,
a
little backs. All backs are
table
welcome.
spread and a feast will be going on. Come on,
yes,
come on.
yes.
Uh,
It's gonna be good, Vincent. In fact, one of the people that would be speaking is gonna come from the perspective of early childhood.
mhm.
Because we know, every one of us know that that's where it begins. It
Mhm.
don't start the damage, the good, the bad,
Yeah,
the indifference. Doesn't start when they become teenager. It
yeah,
start from the early years. So
yeah.
we have a young woman that's coming to share, and not only the early childhood aspect, but the inclusion of the God part in there, especially
Mhm.
as young children. So this they won't have the same testimony you had, that church was just jammed down your throat type
Yeah,
thing. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
she will be coming from a perspective of early childhood, along with the inclusion of the God piece, the very important piece. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and to that point, people need help. Adults need
Mhm.
help reaching back to their childhood for healing.
Yes.
My
And
God.
so the childhood is where it starts at.
Yes.
Mhm.
And a lot of times we're so cluttered. There's
Mm,
a huge gap. Speaking of bridging the gap, there's a gap between us and our and the wounded part of us.
mhm.
Mhm. Yes.
And how to declutter all of that so that we can really get healing. Um, hold on. You tried to register twice and the submit button wouldn't work? Huh. Okay. All right. All right. Let me know, Cookie. Reach out to me, let me know, because I did we need to figure that out. We just need to figure that out. What's going on with that?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. She's probably laughing about what is it, stuffing the church down your throat, down your neck. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. We'll be back at 1 p.m. On
Sunday.
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 Yes.
It'll be Parents, episode 12. Jeez Louise, we're killing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Can we do this forever? We'll all be accepted to come. Absolutely
Yes.
nothing and nobody turned away. I've turned
Oh,
away from functions in churches or conferences because of the bashing. Absolutely not.
yeah,
No.
no, April. No, 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 no. This is
Just want to feel welcome, like the love I have for God.
yeah.
Girl, I
If
got you.
you
You know what? I'm gonna go down there now and put your name on that seat on the front row.
right, sit right beside us. if you feel safe at if you feel safe listening to these discussions, whatever you feel from these podcasts is what you're gonna feel at the conference.
Yes.
Mhm.
And if you don't, I give you permission to come to one of us three and say, I don't feel safe, and allow us to address it. If
Please.
especially those of you that don't have a personal relationship with us and you would only come based on us,
Mhm,
you will be our personal responsibility.
Mhm.
mhm.
Um, and if you don't feel safe, we will make sure that you feel safe. Now, let me
Let
also
us
say
know.
that. What you say there?
Let us know.
Let us know. Yeah, absolutely. Because you're a guest of us. So that's real. And if I can get in there and not be bashed, I think everybody else is gonna be all right.
Yeah, and what's her name? What's her name? Ashley?
April. April.
April.
Huh?
Yeah, I just want to say that the people that's a part of everyone, those that we know and don't know,
Yeah.
awesome people. We're all in there for the same reason.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am. So yeah,
Absolutely.
you will be safe.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah.
We
And
have an awesome team of prayer leaders on our prayer ministry. Awesome people. None of them would ever do anything or allow anything to be done that will
right.
make you feel unsafe. All
Yeah,
right.
Mhm.
absolutely. Absolutely. Let me
All right.
see. All right. Here. April's comment, V Hill. Did I miss one of them? Did I miss them? Or maybe because sometimes it's a delay. It's a
Mm.
delay. Hey, Lady D Wisdom, we just about to come off now, but
Mhm.
there's a special message for Black women, Lady D Wisdom. Go back and listen. It's not a long podcast today. All right, guys. Dad, you about to say something, or you was just sitting back?
No, I just readjusted.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us. We'll be back at 1 p.m. on Sunday. Y'all reach out to me. April, if you have any more questions, email me. Y'all reach out to me if you have any questions. Cookie, I'm gonna look into the button to make sure everything is all right, because we're gonna make sure everything is good. Chat with you all later. Be blessed.
Be blessed.
Hello, my name is Pastor Perry Hill. I am the founder of Lifeline Prayer Center.
I am Angeline Hill. I am the vice president of Lifeline Press Center.
I'm Vitero Hill, the founder of Safe Space.
We would like to invite you to our conference,
Impartation 2025.
A cross-generational family conference.
Our generation deserves to serve God without constraints of cultural or religious beliefs.
The purpose of this event is to bridge the gap from one generation to the next. That different styles of worship are done in unison to the divine one, and the power of God may be felt like Pentecost.
Honoring God based on who you know God to be from the depths of our hearts, that everyone will feel the love of God with no limitations.
For more information,
Go to lifelinepresscenter.com
Or scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen.